Hey, this is Johnny and I'm here to show you how to bend strings. There are 3 steps to doing this properly, and here they are. Alright, the most common bend is using your 3rd finger, and if you try and bend the string with that finger on its own, it won't be strong enough. So use the spare fingers that you have to place them behind the fretting finger and support the bend, and that way you'll have the strength you need to bend the string. Step 2 is bend from the wrist. A lot of players try to bend the string with their fingers by moving their knuckles, and that doesn't give you enough strength. You'll get tired and your bends won't be in tune consistently. So instead of doing that, you lock your fingers in position relative to your hand and turn your whole hand from the wrist or from the arm, and that gives you the strength and control to do a good bend. I'll show you that from the rear so you can see what's going on. Notice that your thumb's over the top of the neck in like Hendrix style. A lot of classical players will use this grip, but for rock and blues guitar bending, this is really important. Notice the way the wrist is bending. A lot of the time you'll get unwanted string noise when you're bending, where the strings around the one you're bending start to ring out like this. To avoid that, you need to use both hands to control the strings that you aren't playing. If you're bending on the G string like I just did there, your fretting hand will kind of rest on the first 2 strings, which will stop them from ringing out, and then the palm of your picking hand, like here, the heel of the hand, needs to sit on the wound strings and stop them from making any fuss. And then you'll get this sound. Instead of... Sometimes you'll need to bend with your 1st finger. It's basically the same. You'll almost always bend downwards with the 1st finger because it's quite difficult to bend upwards, and you still have the motion coming from the wrist. It's essential that your bends are in tune. If they're not in tune, everything goes to hell. So what you should do is know what the note is that you're aiming for when you bend, and that note is normally 2 frets higher than the note that you started on. So here, the bend I've been doing all this time, 15th fret on the B string, I'm aiming to get that up to the pitch of the 17th fret, so play that first before you bend, so that you know what the sound is that you're aiming for, and that will help you to be in tune. Another thing that you can do is to play a unison bend, which is when you play 2 notes at once and bend them until they're the same pitch. Here I'm going to play the 12th fret of the E string and the 15th fret of the B string. Pick them both together and you get this horrible clash. And I'm going to bend the B string up until it's the same pitch as the E string. The E string's not going to be bent, it's going to stay where it is. And you can hear where they're in tune, because when they're out of tune there's that horrible beating sound where the notes clash against each other, and when that goes away you know you're in tune. It's important to be able to bend the string quickly. If you're going very slowly up to pitch, it sounds like you're killing a cat very slowly. Whereas if you can go straight there, that's essential. Obviously, sometimes you'll choose to bend it more slowly, but you need the control to go there quickly. So to finish, here's a lick that incorporates string bending for you to practice. I'm going to play this. That's the 12th fret on the E string. Pick the 15th fret on the B string, pull off, and then picking the 15th fret on the B string and immediately bending it up a tone. That's 2 frets.